Alright, this is my second attempt on this video. The first one, which was done a lot better and more prepared, was too long and it rejected it for loading onto YouTube. So we're going to try again. First I want to say that this is just a response to Kurt. This is not in any way representative of his opinions, Mr. Kurt Bell's opinions. Also, I'm not a psychologist. Now first there's the issue of, did your problems come first or the symptoms come first? And that sounds a little silly, but it does make sense when you think about it. Sometimes your thinking might change, your life situation might change, and so you end up taking on some changes in your life that are similar to symptoms of an issue. And if enough of these happen, you start to develop the problem. Other times you develop the problem first and then the symptoms come. Figuring out what came first, you might be able to change some things, or even if you don't figure out what came first. The idea being, if you can at least get rid of some of the symptoms, it'll lessen some of the problem and you'll get to feeling better. Also, there's the nature-nurture issue in psychology. The nature being, is it genetic? Has it happened before in your family? If so, it may have happened with people you never realized. They may have been depressed and suicidal, and you never figured it out because they found ways to cope. So you might be able to find out who has had it and how they coped and be able to cope as well. The other is nurture, environment. What things in your life, whether it be church, which can be very stressful no matter the religion, home life, work life, if you're going to school, finding out what's stressful about that and how to change it, or at least avoid some of the stress so that life isn't so bad and difficult. This can really be a great help and make it so you can think clear and get things figured out. Let's see. Take stock from an outside view of your life. Look at your life and the situations in it with kind of the eyes of someone else, and see if you can see any other problems that you haven't quite caught on to that are causing you trouble that you can get rid of, things like that. And it might show you a different way to handle things that could help you. Let's see. Any issues, work on. Some basic changes you can make in your life to immediately change your mood for the better, your health for the better, and just feel generally better and cut out some of the stress when you wake up. Try start off with stretching and then a walk or a jog or some light exercise, nothing too strenuous. And then eat a good healthy meal to get your metabolism to kick in. That stretching, will relax you, help you out so that you can kind of face the day and relax a bit. That jogging will get your metabolism started. The eating the healthy meal will really kick it in so that you're burning weight. And with your metabolism going, you'll be feeling better in general. Some simple vitamins like B12, ginseng, or a one-a-day 24-hour, or not 24-hour, one-a-day multivitamin for your gender will help. And that will help you get woke up and face the day. When you go to bed, less liquids before bed so that you don't have to get up to pee all the time, because, going to the bathroom 50 times a night kind of interrupts your sleep pattern. Sleep's more important than you think. Stretch when you're getting about ready for bed, and then take a bath as hot as you can stand and just soak in it. Soak in it and relax and let all the pain melt away, and it'll really loosen you up so that when you go to sleep you're more comfortable. You're not all tense and you fall asleep quicker. Sleeping, you want to get a good sleep schedule going. Figure out about how much you need for your age and activity level, and try not to let anything interrupt it. That'll help your mood overall, and it'll cut back on feelings of fatigue, drowsiness, paranoia, sadness. You want to make sure breathing is key. It's not just about laying comfortably. You've got to make sure you can breathe right. If you're snoring or if you're waking up not breathing, these sorts of things, you're not really getting the deep sleep you need. So make sure that you're positioned well for a good, clear sleep and clear breathing. Your eating habits. Fruits promote good mood, good health, make you feel better, give you more energy, less fatigue. help your mind work clear so that you're not so confused or having trouble remembering things. Vegetables promote weight loss, give you some more vitamins, stamina to do things so that you don't give up so easily on stuff. And if you're gaining weight, well, that can make you feel fatigued or sad, slow, lethargic, what have you. So losing weight is important and will help improve your mood. The best veggies are the ones that have more, take more calories to digest than what they have in them. So you're actually losing weight by eating them, and there are quite a few vegetables and some fruits that do that. Processed foods that are harder to handle for your body, they tend to make you drowsy, sluggish, feverish at times. They can give you a headache. They make you want to sleep because your body's trying to shut down and concentrate more on dealing with these. And they sit around in your system for a while, and they bog you down. Foods like that have high preservatives, those will do it too. Rice, bread, and potatoes can be a curse or a blessing depending. If you're highly active, being active right after you eat them, you get a little extra boost out of them, and they do help your mood. But if you're not immediately active after eating them, your body tries to hibernate and store them as fat, so be careful eating rice, bread, and potatoes. Meats, you can go nuts on fish, you can go nuts on birds. Our bodies are adapted for it. What our bodies aren't adapted for is continuous eating of red meat. The way the human body developed in its earlier years, theoretically after we stopped being Neanderthals or whatever and started off as nomadic cavemen, was that once a month you'd get a large sum of red meat from a lucky kill, gorge yourself, and the rest of the month you're digesting that stuff, and you're lucky if you come across any more red meat. So we're meant to have it, just not all the time, and it takes forever to digest. That's the way our body adapted to it, to make the most of it. So don't eat it too much, or you'll end up screwing your body up and not feeling well, not thinking well. Let's see, timing your meals better. That can help. I'm not an expert on that by any means. Smaller portions will help. Eat a lot slower and stop eating as soon as you start feeling full. Your body takes a while to realize it's full. It does this because, we were nomadic at one point, so it was always trying to trick itself into storing more food. We aren't so scarce for getting food now. I mean, there are starving people left in the world, but it's not the average. So eat slower. You'll realize you're getting fuller before you think you are. Drink more stuff like V8 Fusion. It's got a full serving of fruits and vegetables. Great for you. Help cheer you up, give you vitamins you need. Start meals with green beans when you can. They're natural appetite suppressant. And there are other vegetables like that that naturally suppress your appetite. It also helps with your blood flow and can give you a little bit, certain green vegetables will give you a little bit more energy. See, plenty of sunlight. It's got vitamins for you. It can help you out. Fresh air with that is a blessing. Going on nature walks. You've got your calm surroundings, your fresh air, beautiful colors. It's not depressing. It lets you get away from it all. Very good for you. If you can't get sunlight, well, use more lights in general. It does help your mood. And if you keep the light as bright and close to daylight as you can while you're awake, you'll stay awake better, be more alert, a little more upbeat. And then when you go to sleep, as dark as you can get it, so that you go into a deeper sleep and your sleep's less likely to be interrupted. This kind of schedule will really help improve your mood, and it's not so much a schedule thing, just as if you're awake you need light. If not, you don't. And when your mood's improved enough, you'll be able to sit in the dark and watch movies again. But for now, stick away from that. Let's see. Pets. Sometimes pets help people. And there's different ways to think of pets, and pets can be a burden. But there are certain pets you can get that aren't. Cats. Cats are low maintenance. I'm not a huge pet person, but they purr. They like to snuggle up with you. They don't cause a lot of trouble. They're generally not hyper, although if you want them to be hyper and cute, just give them some catnip. Otherwise, they're fairly lazy, laid back. And they've been proven to help old folks that are going into depression and going into dementia in old folks' homes. They give them cats, and they start to come out of it. Also, cats will, in their own way, talk with you. The way you get that, and you can see videos on YouTube like "No, no, no, cat," where they get close to forming human words, but honestly, it's just an animal. But still, it can help. What you do is, when it's around feeding time, it'll be meowing a lot. Try to mimic its meows back to it, back and forth, and before you know it, the cat will just be talking to you like that all the time. It'll start varying its meows, and it's fun. It cuts down on the loneliness. If you can't have a cat, Mugu Mogu or Mogu Mugu, I don't know. It's a Japanese person on YouTube posts I Am Mario. There's also a book and DVD. Hilarious stuff, fun to watch. Fish are another thing. I used to have a 55-gallon tank, fill it full of bottom feeders and scavengers, and you barely have to feed them. If you forget, it's no big deal. The tank stays super clean. You don't have to clean the filters as much. So it makes it super easy, and they're fun to look at. Plus, the water sounds can be very soothing. Another thing, bamboo. Not a pet, but plants help clean the air. Bamboo's super easy. You don't have to give it fertilizer. You don't have to give it dirt. You just throw it in a pot with some water. Fill that sucker up with water. You don't have to worry about drowning it. Very little light needed. The only thing you got to worry about with bamboo is if a stalk turns yellow, get that out of there quick, because that yellow stalk is going to over-fertilize it and kill the others. Pen pals. Get a pen pal. I can't recommend that enough. They are upbeat. You get to learn about another culture. They don't hold back. They're super nice. They're not worried about what you think, because this is somebody living somewhere else in the world. You can be yourself. They can be themselves. You can open up, have great conversations. You can talk to them through snail mail, the traditional way. You can go email, chat room, text, or you can Skype. You could Facebook. A lot of pen pals Facebook these days. So, and finding pen pals free on the internet. There's websites that specialize in. Give us your email. Give us a little bit of a speech about yourself, and you'll get emails of people interested in being your pen pal. It's easy. The other thing with exercise, try to exercise more, but make it fun. Nothing boring, so you don't give up. If you're going to play video games, play something like the Wii, the Kinect, or the PS Move. It promotes moving around, exercise, helps your mood. Now, hopefully all this stuff has convinced you of some things that will help you feel better. And after you put them into practice, maybe you'll change your mind about exiting